Okay. Welcome back to Bethel. TV Land, we are in service already on Shabbat day. Again, I'm Bishop Ronolad Hairston Jr. I welcome you, TV Land, to Shabbat. We're here at 118 Chaney Avenue, Jacksonville, North Carolina, 28540. Time of service already started at 11:30. We got Yaakov Study Instruction Tour on Yom Ravi at 7. Then we got beginning of the Shabbat on Yom Shishi, which we had yesterday. And it is the Feast of Tabernacle. And so we are doing this week, and it's a exciting time. We had Brother Fabian teaching you last night on the Feast of Tabernacle, which is good. We need to rehearse these things in our ears. As the priests did it back in the day, they always rehearsed every year the reason why we had the feast days and why we do this thing. We need to rehearse it here to us. That's what we're going to do. So every newcomer that comes to this place, and every new brother and sister that come, they would know what we are doing. They would have an understanding. So when their children say, why are you doing this, they would be able to tell their children. So each generation would know why we keep the feast days. The Creed of the Beth-el is Ephesians 4:5. We believe in one Yah, one faith, one baptism. And Ephesians chapter 2, verse 20, our foundation built upon the apostles and the prophets. And Yahushua Mashiach is chief cornerstone. All right, this is what this church, this temple believe in. I don't know if I gave you this. The phone number is 910-388-5295 and 910-381-3056. Those are the phone numbers. You need any information, what time is the service, or anything about the doctrine, the word that we speak out of the Torah or the pocket that you do not understand, please call. You know, we're not ashamed of what we teach, what we preach, and how we live. That's most important, is how we live. And we live everything concerning what Yahushua, the apostles, and the prophets. Everything what they say, do, we do the same thing. Like we spoke earlier in our reading of the Psalms, they are our testimony and our counselors. You know, the Torah is. The old and new. Just don't use one part. Like the churches today, they want to stick with Apostle Shual and everything what he said, but they forget about what Apostle Kepha said, Apostle James, or Yochanan, or the prophets. They forget all about what they say. They just want to stay on one thing. One thing gonna get it. We use everything. Right? All right, I don't know if I forgot anything else. Well, if I did, I'd get back with you. Yeah, it's the Shabbat. Do we have any Shabbat scriptures today? This is why I give you permission to speak if you want to speak. You got any scriptures that you want to share on Shabbat? Okay, that's one. There's a whole book of Shabbat. Not just one. Just messing with you. Yeshayahu 56. Thus says Elohim, keep ye judgment and do justice, for my salvation is near to come, and my righteousness to be revealed. Blessed is the man that do this, and the Son of Man that lay hold on it, that keeps the Sabbath from polluting it, and keep his hand from doing any evil. Blessed is the man that do this, and the Son of Man that lay hold on it, that keepeth the Sabbath from polluting it, and keep his hand from doing any evil. I like that. Blessed is the man. You are blessed for doing this. Isaiah 58, verse 13 and 14. If thou turn away thy foot for the Sabbath, from doing your pleasure on my Kodesh stand, called the Sabbath delight, the Kodesh of Elohim, honorable, and shall honor him, not doing your own ways, nor finding your own pleasure, nor speaking your own words. That's what he says. Shall honor him, not doing your own ways, nor finding your own pleasures, nor speaking your own words. When you do anything when you do everything else on the Shabbat day, that's what you're doing. You're doing your own words. You speak your own words. You're finding your own pleasures, and you're finding your own works. You're not honoring him. Only way you can honor Yah is bring your tail in the house of Yah. You come here where his name is at, his name is here. Now, when you find where his name is at on Shabbat church, the temple, you need to go there. Right here in Arlington County on the East Coast, his name is here. So you're looking to go to Shabbat, come here. That's right. And you want to honor him, find your pleasure in here. Find your words in here. You know what I'm saying? Find it in this place. In this place is where you find it. Then you should honor him. You will delight yourself in him. That's what you want. You want to be reverenced in his own house. You go somewhere else, you reverence in that other thing. You're reverencing a God, an idol. An idol. Proverbs chapter 19. Verse 16. He that keepeth the commandments keep his own soul, but he that despises his ways shall die. Keep his commandments, keep his own soul. That's what we do out today. I want to keep my soul today. I want to keep my mind today and Yah today. Let's go to Nehemiah chapter 9. Esther, Nehemiah chapter 9. Verse 12. Moreover, thou leadest them in the day by a cloudy pillar, and at night by a pillar of fire, to give them light in the way wherein they should go. Thou camest down also upon Mount Sinai, and spakest with them from heaven, and gavest them right judgment, and true laws, good statutes, and commandments. And madest known unto them thy holy Sabbath, thy Kodesh Shabbat, and commandest them precepts, statutes, and laws by the hand of Musa, your servant. I like that it says your servant. Musa, your servant. Madest known the Kodesh Shabbat. Made us known. He made known to us the Shabbat day. Not to everybody else. Made it known to us. His day. It's not everybody wants to say every day is the same. That's a lie. You read that in the pocket though. That's a lie. This is his day. We come here to worship him on his day. Shabbat day. This is his day. You want to honor him? Do something on his day. You want to give something? Give something on his day. You want to pray? Pray on his day. Worship. Sing songs on his day. That's what you want to do. That's how you delight and honor him on his day. This is his day. Not man's day. Everybody want to make man's day on his Shabbat day and make their day to worship on a Sunday and saying that's his day to worship. Again, on Yom Rishon, that's a lie. Yom Shabbat, not Yom Rishon, not the first day. That's a lie. But he said he made known. Who did he make known? To Yisrael. Made known, I want you to worship me on this day. On the seventh day, his day, when he commanded, he said, I rested on this day, and I rested on this day from all other days, and I sanctify this day, and this day is holy. Exodus 20. To 11. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy works. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of Elohim your Yah. In it thou shalt not do any work, You nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your manservant, nor your maidservant, nor your cattle, nor the stranger that's within your gate. 6 days Elohim had made the earth and the seas and all that them in them is, and rested on them, and rested the 7th day. Wherefore Elohim blessed the 7th day. Elohim blessed the 7th day. Elohim blessed the 7th day and hallowed it. He blessed it and he hallowed it. Tell me what other day that he blessed and hallowed. I want to know. There's no other days that he blessed and hallowed except the Shabbat day. Don't give it that lie when they say every day is a blessing Kodesh day. One time every day is a blessing Kodesh day through the name of Yeshua. When you give God the glory and honor. But right here on this day, you don't even have to use Yahushua on this day because it's blessed already. But we do all things in Yahushua's name to give glory to Yah. That's why we do it. But this day right here, he commanded to be a blessing. He did not command to be a blessing in Yom Rishon, or Yom Chaney, or Yom Shalishi, or Yom Ravi, or Ram Hamashi, and Yom Shishi. But Yom Shabbat, he is blessed. He blessed that day. They won't tell you that because they don't know the names. They don't know the Ivory names, the Ivory days. When they start seeing the Ivory days and stuff like that, they will have an understanding. Because Yahusha, he did rise on Yom Rishon, the first day of the week. I like that. Why he rose on the first day? Because he's the one. He's the only one. There's only one Yah that we serve. He's one. First day, yeah. That's why he rose. Beginning. Yahusha's beginning and the end. You know what I'm saying? He's the author and the finisher. He's the olive and the top. Beginning. Yahusha rose. He's the first one that rose. Ain't nobody rose except Yahusha. You know what I'm saying? Of the dead. That's why he rose on the first day. But you don't call him blessed. He didn't make that day blessed. He just rose. Let him know that he's the one. You know, get understood. And like I said, it was on Shabbat. It was Shabbat. It was a high feast day. Kodesh day. Shabbat on that evening. Then Shabbat, regular Shabbat, and then he rose on the 3rd day, on the first day of the week of Rishon, Yom Rishon. So, when you think about it, you know that day, that's number 1 day. He rose, but it ain't no blessed day. Tell me after that, they made a blessed day after that. You know, they were still going about their thing. They were still in, like I said, I think it was last Shabbat, they were still in awe. Especially Mary Magdalene, man. When he said, Rabbi, he told you, don't touch her. Go tell my disciples that I have risen. And she ran and told everybody. They was in shock. They were talking about it was no blessed day. Man, Yeshua came back that day and rebuked all of them with their unbelief. How you going to get rebuked and say it's a blessed day? And they was getting rebuked that day because of their unbelief. You know? So Yom Rishon is not a blessed day. It's just the first day. The first day Yahusha rose. They would have called it resurrection day. You do all you want to, but is it still blessed? Yeah. Yah said he's going to do what he said he's going to do. That's all it was doing. It was fulfilling the prophecy. That Yah does not lie. And he's not a man can lie. That's all that Yah did. He was the first fruits of one that risen. Yahusha did. So, like I said, made known his day is Shabbat, not Yom Rishon. So that's why if they start getting the names, start calling on Sundays and Mondays and all that, and start worshiping those other gods, they will get understanding. Those are just days. But the main day that y'all talk about is Shabbat day. And we are here to worship him on this day. We are here to give him reverence today. And right here, I love my soul. You know what I'm saying? I love my soul. See that in Proverbs. Don't despise his soul. Go back one more, if I can remember one. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 4. I think it's that 4. Let's see if I can find it.
Chapter 5, verse 12.
Yeah, I read 20 already. I can read that over again. I like Deuteronomy more than like Exodus. Exodus like the short version toward Deuteronomy. Muslims got thick on them. You want to make sure you heard that. Rehearse it back in their ears. Yeah. Well, I probably won't even see it.
Verse 13.
It says right here, verse 9. Verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statute, judgment, even as Elohim my Yah commanded you, that you should do so in the land whether you go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom. This is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of all nations, the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. I like that. Wise and understanding people. How are you going to be a wise and understanding people? I want to tell you to be a wise and understanding people if you are continue keeping Yah's commandments. Verse 7, for what nation is there so great who have Yah so nigh unto them, as Elohim our Yah is in all things, like that, is in all things that we call upon for him, call upon him for. And that's one thing, Brother Favor, that they was worried about there yesterday when you spoke on about the what's his name? Told them they didn't want, the nations got scared when Jerusalem was coming back building the temple. You know, the children of Yisrael, they got scared because when they come back to unity, Yisrael, they want for nothing because, you know, they had Yah. I like how that verse says that. It says, for what nation is there so great who have Yah so nigh to them, as Elohim or Yah is in all things that we call upon him for. So like I said, when they had that temple built, they were fearful because paying taxes and trip for everything else. Nope. They already knew that. They going to shut down everything because they have Yah. You know, they knew that. Verse 8, and what nation is there so great that have statutes, judgment, and so righteous as all this law, which I set before you this day? Only take heed to thyself and keep your soul diligently. Like that, keep your soul diligently. Lest you forget the things which thy eyes have seen, and lest they depart from your heart all the days of your life. But teach them your sons and your sons' sons. There we go. Especially the day that thou stoodest before Elohim, your Yah in Horeb, when Elohim said unto me, gather me the people together, and I will make them hear my words, that they may learn to fear me all the days that they shall live upon the earth, and that they may teach their children all the days upon the earth. The earth is still alive now. The earth is not destroyed. And they may teach their children. And you came near and stood under the mountain. And the mountain burned with fire unto the midst of submarine with darkness, clouds, thick darkness. And Elohim spake unto you out of the midst of the fire. You heard the voice of the word, but saw no substitute. Only you heard a voice. And he declared unto you his covenant, which he commanded you to perform, even 10 commandments, And he wrote them upon 2 tables of stone. See that word? It says his covenant. His covenant which he commanded you to perform. Even 10 commandments. Perform. What perform are he talking about? His law, statutes, commandments, judgment. Even the 10 commandments. He said perform. When you're performing something, you're actually doing something. Like you got performance. You know what I'm saying? Actors, they're performing. Dancers, they're performing. Musicians, are they performing? What are they doing? They are playing before somebody. Playing for themselves and playing for the people around them. We are playing, performing for Yah and for the nations around us. And for our brothers and sisters, for the children that we're raising up, and the nations around us are performing what? His laws, statutes, commandments, judgments, and precepts. That's what we are doing. His covenant. It says his covenant. What is his covenant? You already said Shabbat is a covenant. It's an agreement. What is the agreement is talking about? Knowing that he sanctified us. When he come in here, we know that Yahushua sanctified us. We are his people through his covenant. We are performing this covenant today. How are you performing this covenant today? By reverencing him on this holy Shabbat day. That's how you are performing today. And that's what we're doing. Even his laws that he heard out of his mouth. I like that. So y'all gonna make sure you know that you heard his word. You say you didn't see no substitute, you didn't see no image of Yah. But out of that fire, you heard his mouth. You heard his mouth so much you told Mushar, tell Yah don't speak to us no more, at least we die. You speak to us. That's how much they were scared. But they heard Yah's law, statute, commandment, judgment. They heard Yahuwah's commandments. He said he wrote on 10 tablets. And there go the tablets again. Tablets. The tablets mean a lot of things. Alright? So that is our Shabbat scriptures today again. I'm glad I seen that scripture again, that these laws are for the nations. That's how they say it. I like how they talked about it. You know, how y'all was saying, verse 8, in what nations there is so great that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all the law which I set before you this day? For what nation is there so great who have Yah so nigh unto them as Elohim or Yah is in all things that we call upon for him for? What nations? Keep thou therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of all nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is wise and an understanding people. Why we get all these things? Don't let nobody tell you you don't need to keep no commandments, law, statute. If you don't do all that, I'm gonna say you stupid then. Ones that keep all laws, statutes, commandments, judgment is wise, understanding, knowledge, doing all that. And the nations know that. That's why they look at y'all crazy right now, man. Oh, you think you're so holy. Oh, look at you. Because you're different. How are you different? Because the ways you live are y'all's righteous statutes, judgments, commandments. It's righteous judgments of Yahuwah. That's what makes you different. That's why people are looking at you. Because you're different. Nations are looking at you. Cities are looking at you. Towns and counties are looking at you. Because all your statutes and judgments come from Yah. Your laws, your righteousness. It makes you wise, knowledgeable, understandable. You have all that through Yahuwah. Through Yahuwah, you have all that. And you keep the covenant. Alright? We can move on to the next order of service. That is our Shabbat. If you have any questions about Shabbat, please call. There's more than a million scriptures after that. Old and New Torah. That's what I love about it. I can speak about the New Torah on Shabbat all day long. Don't tell me that. Then I'm going to tell you about the history of Constantine at 300 BC. 300 AD. That time. How Constantine want to change some things and how you want to live traditions of men through the Catholic Church. And how the Catholic Church got in and started switching up everything. And they're still switching up everything now today. There you go. Corrupting everything. Defiling everything. Okay. And today's Shabbat, we're going to talk about not leaving things undone. Not leaving things undone. It's not a rebuking service, what y'all want to tell me. I'm not rebuking nobody today. He told me to tell you that, but he told me to encourage you to go all the way. Not leave things undone. When you leave things undone, you cause Satan to get a place to come in. You call the enemy to find to get in, find a place to get in, to wreak havoc in areas that you don't need them to be there, to slow you down, to have weights, to have burdens, even bring sin, that sin or not even. Not talking about sin to death, but bring sin to hinder you. Then that sin can bring you to death. We already know sin is death. But if you let sin come in, it could be like cancer. A little bit, then it takes the whole body. It's like leaven. A little leaven the whole lump. So don't talk about undone things. So don't leave everything undone. When you finish something, complete it. When you start something, complete it. That's what we talk about. When I understand that, when they talk about children, when they're first getting up, when they play a sport or they do something, they tell them to go all the way, complete it. So you tell them so you won't give up. So when you finish it, you completed it. You might have lost, you might be last, you might not feel good, but the point is that you went on, you started it and you finished it. Same thing with Yahuwah. When you started this race, you got to finish this race. Can't quit. That's why Yahuwah always talk about overcomers. You overcame. Even like Yahusha overcame. Now, Yahusha made it, and there's no excuse, but Yahusha gave us a comforter, which is the Rock of Dish. Now, there ain't no excuse, because the Rock of Dish gives us power. The Rock of Dish gives us knowledge, wisdom, and it directs us and leads us to all truth. And like I said, he's our inner power. He's our strength. When we are weak, weary, we can't make it no more, he encourages us and lifts us up and put us back strong in our legs that we will continue on running the race. So there's no excuse. Only time there's an excuse, that means you let the excuse come in. You let Satan come in. You start doubting, you start wavering, then you start unbelief. And when we got unbelief, it's impossible to please Yah. That's the whole thing that Satan's trying to do, to get you not to have faith, to get you to start unbelieving, not believing Yah no more. Start believing in yourself and start believing in things around you and start looking at things around you. That's the whole goal of Satan, because if you do that, then you took your eyes off of Yah. That means you started watching the other gods. That's where Yah gonna step back. Wait till you fall on your face and realize you don't left Yah back here and you over there and Yah's going this way. Then you're going to start turning, or you start repenting and say, Yah, forgive me. Then you're going to start walking back towards Yah. But all that stuff you did, you got between Yah, and you got a long way to walk. You will get to Yah eventually, but you let all that stuff get in your way before unbelief. You got undone. Undone. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. Not leaving things undone. We're going to talk about when you start something, start finishing things quickly. We got to start doing things quickly now. Because, Satan don't sleep. You already know that. Satan's working 24/7. And we got to get sleep. We got to get rest. We are getting older. We got to take breaks. Satan ain't taking no breaks. Satan's deal is to knock you out. Satan's goal is to tire you, and start robbing you. You know what I'm saying? It's fox that spoil the vine. You know what I'm saying? Fox keep on getting grapes out of that vine. The vine's going to die. That's what Satan trying to do in his imps, is to keep on robbing you, keep on snatching things from you, and to get you tired, keep on getting you tired, get you weary, get you frustrated. Then you're going to start doubting, unbelief. Then that's when it's impossible to please him. Where's your faith at? Where's your faith in the Son of Yah? Will you believe that there's nothing impossible with Yah? You know, you're going to start looking towards everything around you. It's not looking at Yah. And that's where you're going to get you. There's something slap in your face. And I tell you that I told Brother Favorite, man, I was on my sister's house. I got knocked in the jaw by a devil. Brother Elder Ishmael, I ain't never got hit in my jaw in my sleep before. Never. I jumped up, man, like, what is going on around here? Hey, man, I got knocked in my jaw, man. You know somebody sucker punch you? I got sucker punched in my jaw when I was sleeping. That's how I was mad at that devil. He want to get you when you're sleeping. That's another thing. Try to get you when you're sleeping. When you're all calm, you know what I'm saying? It's a peace, there's destruction. Yeah. But here we go. We'll go with some scriptures. And we're going to talk about some things. What Yahusha going to talk about. Let's go to Revelations chapter 2. Revelation chapter 2 verse 14. But I have a few things against you, because thou hast there them that hold the doctrine of Balaam, who taught Balaam to cast a stumbling block before the children of Israel, to eat things sacrificed unto idols, and to commit fornication. So hast thou also them that hold the doctrine of Nicolaitans, which things I hate. Repent, or else I will come unto you quickly, and will fight against them with the sword of my mouth. Verse 14, but I have a few things against you, because thou hast there them that hold the doctrine of Balaam. This is what Yahusha is saying. Yahusha still had a few things against them. They were doing everything almost right, and they were doing all they can, but there's some errors they was doing. There were some errors. And he pointed it out. Your errors. You were lacking. You had some things undone. If you were doing everything right with y'all, he wouldn't have said that. You had some things, of Balaam, of Balak. You know what Balaam did? Y'all told him not to go nowhere. But he did anything. Undone. Then when he did, y'all told him, you want to speak the things I tell you to speak. He started speaking some other things. He didn't go the whole course. And you read the whole story, you already know what happened to him. They got him. When they went to go do a city, they destroyed him. They got him. Chapter 2, verse 3-4. Same chapter. Church of Ephesus. I know your works and your labor and your patience, and how you cannot not bear them which are evil. And thou hast tried them which say they are apostles, and are not, and hast found them liars. And hast borne and hast patience, and for my name's sake hast labored, and hast not fainted. Nonetheless, I have somewhat against you, because thou hast left your first love. And Yahushua saying, I said something. Nonetheless, I have somewhat against you. Again, son's undone. They were going, they did everything right was for y'all, but Yahushua said you have one thing against you. They forgot something. They didn't go all the way. Something was undone. You know? Something was undone. And that's what I'm talking about. We got to get the loose ends. Tighten up the loose ends. You know what I'm saying? Tighten up the boat. If it's a little loosened, tighten up, snug tight. The waterfall, if it's dripping, get that faucet and turn the knob tight so it's not dripping again. Something's undone. Air conditioner, you know what I'm saying? It's running. It's already cool. You know what I'm saying? You got it where the thermostat is a little bit lower where it shouldn't be, and now the air conditioner is still running where you can get it to shut off at a good climate. You're leaving it undone. The door, when you're leaving out the house of y'all, like me sometimes, I got to check the door to make sure the door is locked. Leave it undone because somebody come here and take the stereos, TVs, everything else in this place. No one had no place to worship. So left it undone. Now souls can't come in here to find y'all. You all can't come in here to worship and be in peace, to worship y'all. Y'all see everything gone. Y'all grieve. Y'all take your mind off of worshiping y'all because I done left things undone. Me, I'm a slothful servant, slothful shepherd. You know, now I left it undone. I done messed up the work of y'all. Leave it undone. And new people come there looking, hey, this place totally wrecked. I can't trust him. Now I done messed their mind up. They don't want to come learn from y'all from me. Left it undone. That means I left my first love. I was doing everything I tried to do, but I still left my first love. I should have y'all first on everything I have in my mind that would keep me everything tight around here. If I keep my mind on y'all so much and loving so much, the rock condition say, hey man, you don't let the door unlocked. That would turn around and hurt and lock and say, okay, and I did that many times. The rock condition say, hey man, you left the door. I go right back there, the door right unopened, just before that. I said, thank you, y'all. That's loving y'all. Not leaving things undone. Catching yourself. That's what y'all was telling the church of Ephesus. You done lost your first love. You left something undone. You're doing everything else. And what's undone? The other one, man, you don't let Balaam, the Balak in. You don't let idols into the camp. You don't let something undone. Balaam let the idols come into the Yisrael. They were doing the ministry people. Was that ministry people where they was committing adultery with them, worshiping their idols and stuff? One was sleeping with the governor's daughter, king's daughter, something like that, inside the tent where Aaron's sons, the Levites, through the Spirit, man, and really saved the Levite tribe. You know, and y'all honor them for what they did. They had a zeal to keep y'all's commandments. And she was running to the temple. The temple was Kadesh. And she was there crying at the door because she already knew what's up. But it's too late. She filed. She was a Gentile. And the Levites went in there. And I think it was one of Aaron's sons. And took her out. Took both of them out. And by their zeal, y'all honored that. They didn't leave nothing undone. And that's what blessed the Levite tribe, the priesthood, for what they did. And y'all remember that. He honored that what they did because they didn't leave undone. But see, they had undone what Balak did. Balak chose to sin. Balak chose to curse Yisrael. You know, and like I said, when they went out to kill, they killed him too. They remember what he did. Let's go to Matthew chapter 23. I'm going to go through this real quick and I'm not going to be with y'all long. But if y'all told me we're doing good, we don't leave things undone. You know, if your shoes loosen, your shoelaces loosen, stop, tie up your shoes, man. Just stop, tie. Don't be walking and loose and say you're going to do it later on and tripping every 3 or 4 times, talking about you're going to get it. You know? And saying here, I speak this on myself. Man, I didn't tell you, man, the other day, my tags expired. I knew they expired. I was telling myself, man, by the end of the week, I'm going to get it. I got stopped the other day. You know what I'm saying? But this is the favor of y'all. I was trying to get the money up, which I had the money. I was waiting till like Friday He got me Thursday. Undone. You know what I'm saying? Right down in Western. I knew he was gonna get me because he stayed behind. When a police car stay behind you for a while, he gonna get you. And he was creeping right behind me because you know I do it. I was creeping doing 45, pimping, just chilling on Western. And he stayed behind me a long time. I said, y'all, I know my tags expired. I said, y'all, you knew I was going to get these things. I knew he's going to get me. The next when I said that, the blue light, ding. You know what I'm saying? I pulled in the side over there. Now, when I pulled in there, I put all in there to the side of it in the parking lot. You know, like you park it to go into the store. That's how you going to get me. I ain't going to pull to the side of the road and all that, how the blue light. No, when I go, we're going to drive to a store and to the parking lot where I'm going to sit and you going to do what you got to do. And that's what we did. They told me, yo, you know your tags are expired? I said, yes, sir, I do. He looked at me and he said, what's the problem? I said, sir, I was trying to get the money up Friday. He said, what taxes? I said, yes, sir. So let me check out your license. So you know what he checked that license for. He want to see if I got any, what's that? Warrant. There you go. There you go. Being black, yes, sir, come on. That's natural. They got to check, because, you know, I know, I got no problems. I'm clean. I can sit there and laugh. But I ain't going nowhere. Unless you want to get some of my passport, then if we do that, we're going to fight. I'm going to let you know. So he came back. He said, Mr. Harrison, get that taken care of. I said, sir, I'm going to get that taken care of today. Right now. He just started laughing, which I did. After he left me, I went straight to the DMV and got my tags, man. Got it done. I'm just trying to say, leaving things undone. I should have even got stopped that day. If I would have gone and had the money and gone taken care of, I would have prevented me getting stopped on Western Boulevard. Point is that my van got Yahusha all over it. People know I'm a pastor and all that. What did I look? Don't let your good be evil spoken of. Look at that. That pastor got stopped. Wonder what he did. You know someone talks some junk. You know what I'm saying? Look at it. That's some pastor he is. Can't obey the law, statutes. Look at him. That's what. Hey, that's it. But I thank y'all for that. He taught me a little bit that once you got some money, just go and take care of it. I could have said, yeah, the hurricane. You know, we just came out of hurricane. I've been using that a little bit too. I've been helping me out too. You know, I got about another week, 2 weeks to use that phrase. You know, you know what I'm saying? We good about another. Come on now. We good about another week or 2 weeks. You keep on using that. You know what I'm saying? Now with that, it's gonna play out. You know, it's gonna play out. You're laughing, but I thank y'all. You know, things are undone. Stop leaving things undone when you have a chance to tie it up. And that's what y'all is telling me right now. You know, we need to tie things up. Get it to it quick, like nip it in the bud. Like that phrase, nip it in the bud. You know what I'm saying? Get it. And get the weeds. Pull the weeds up before the weeds tear up the whole garden. Then the garden will be no fruitful, anything like that. Cut around things and stuff before it gets entangled. And that's what y'all has been telling me. Matthew, 23. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees and hypocrites, for you pay tenths of mint and nines and cumin, and have omitted the weighty matter of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. These ought ye to have done, and not to leave the other undone. And that's what y'all was rebuking. When we were rebuking the Pharisees and Sadducees about the law, statute, commandment, judgment. You know, they were doing things undone. We already know what they was doing. They were out doing everything the whole measure. You know, we already know. That's what Yahushua's telling us. If you do the law, statute, commandment, judgments, don't do undone. Just like saying they keeping some of it, not keeping Shabbat. You leaving the others undone. Do all of it. Do all of it. He said you offend one, you offend all. Undone. He was telling them that, you know, the matter of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith, these ought ye to have done. He's talking about the laws, the judgment, the mercy, the faith. These ought ye to have done, and not to leave the other undone. He was rebuking them. Undone. And that's what we do on some things too. There are some things that we leave undone. And y'all want to make sure we do everything. You want to say strive to be perfect because our Heavenly Abba is perfect. We got to strive each day to be perfect. Some things we do leave undone. We are human. We are flesh. We do make mistakes. But y'all, with the rock of this, put in our minds, remind us. We just got to start being slothful, delaying, procrastinating. When y'all tell you, when the rock of this tell you to do something, straight do it. Point blank, just do it. Just get up. Run to do it. Because you wait that second, here comes Satan. Zoom. Then you're thinking of something else. Zoom. Phone start reading. Boom. Bill collector. Boom. Dog don't urinate on the floor. Zoom. Don't spill some milk in the floor over there. Zoom. Something that you're cooking started here with heat and start burning. Zoom. Air conditioner started acting up. Thermostat start making some weird noise. After all this, y'all done told you to do something real quick, but all that just happened done messed you up. Then you don't realize what y'all told you about 15 hours ago. Then it's too late. Y'all was setting you up for something. Maybe to minister to somebody. Maybe for your blessing to come that we've been asking for. And that's what Satan does. Zoom. Once he do that, he got you. You left undone. Y'all done told you to do something. Now you done left it undone for the wicked one. That's how he uses. We beat it against the air. We fight against the air against the wicked one. And after we fight against the air, remember, he uses everything in this earth. All electronics, people, and our habits, and our devices. And that's what Satan uses. Leviticus chapter 19. Leviticus 19, 33 to 37. And if a stranger sojourn with you in your land, you shall not vex him. But the stranger that dwelleth with you shall be unto you as one born among you. And thou shalt love him as yourself. For you were strangers in the land of Mizraim. I am Elohim your Yah. You shall do no unrighteous in judgment. In mint yard, in weight, or in measures. Just balance, just weight, and just Ephraim, and just hin shall you have. I am Elohim your Yah, which brought you out of the land of Mizraim. Therefore you shall observe all my statutes and all my judgments, and do them. I am Elohim. And like that, verse 37. All my judgment and do them. You shall observe all my statutes and all my judgment, and do them. I am Elohim. He says, and do them. He didn't say halfway. He says, observe all my statutes and judgment. It's and do them. For I am Elohim. They didn't say Musa. Didn't say Yesher. Didn't say Abraham. Yaakov. I am. You know what I'm saying? Elohim. That's what y'all saying. We're doing these things to please him. Just like you said, when your mother and dad tell you to do something, you got to do it. Your best ability. If not, you already knew what happened. Especially in my house, my mama's house. We learned when she tell you to do something, you got up and did it. If not, when Johnny started knocking the door and say, hey, Ron, hey, we about to go play some football down the street. You want to come play? Look at mama and say, nope, you can't go nowhere. I tell you, get done, get done. See, you done messed up. You done left it undone. If you would have did everything, you would have been out there playing football with everybody else. But since you don't be hard-headed and forgot everything, while they playing football, you up there vacuuming the floors. You up there washing the bathroom, cleaning the bathroom. You up there washing dishes. And like that, by the time you get done, street light coming on, you can't go nowhere. And they already done left. You already got the playtime there, and you got to sit there now and get ready to do your homework and go to bed. Because you didn't want to listen. That's what Yahuwah said. He says, observe my statutes and judge it and do them. That's what Yah's telling us. Do things what Yah tells us to do. It's simple. He said, do it. You speak something, just do it. Yahushua said, you love me, you'll keep my commandments. He says, if you love me, we love Yahushua. So all his commandments, we're going to keep it. That means you observe the statutes and you observe them. The statutes and judgment. That's how you love them. And then you do them. Don't leave nothing undone. What do you mean by undone? Just don't do it. I'm not going to do it right now. I'm just going to say, I'll do it later. He didn't say all that. That's how they say it. What do they say now? He didn't say all like that. He didn't say that. That's how you lie against y'all. He didn't say all that. You don't have to do all that. Okay? You leave it undone. Undone. Deuteronomy 25. A couple more scriptures than we have. Deuteronomy 25, 12, 19. Then shalt thou cut off, excuse me, oh man. Thank you, Usha. Alright, 13. Thou shalt not have any your bag devised weights or great and a small. Thou shalt not have in thy house devised measures or great and small, but thou shalt have a perfect and just weight, a perfect and just measure shalt thou have, that thy days may be length in the land which Elohim Yah give thee. For all that do such things, and all that do unrighteously are abomination unto Elohim your Yah. Remember what Amalek did unto you by the way, when you were come forth out of Mizraim, how he met you by the way, and smote the hinder of you, even all that were feeble behind you. When thou was fainted and weary, and he feared not Yah. Therefore it shall be when Elohim Yah have given you rest from all thy enemies round about, in the land which Elohim Yah giveth thee for inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under Shamarim, shalt thou not forget it. Alright? Remember that. What y'all was talking about. He told them, remember what they have done. They didn't leave undone. They were taking out the hinder parts of you. And y'all told them, he says, thou shalt blot out the remembrance of the Amalekites from under the heaven, that thou shalt not forget it. That means y'all one day was going to take them out. Every one of them. Alright? Let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 15. Let's go read a couple of scriptures in 1 Samuel chapter 15 talking about Saul, King Saul. And Samuel said unto Saul, Elohim sent me to anoint thee to be king over his people, over Yisrael. Now therefore hearken you unto the voice of the words of Elohim. Thus says Elohim of hosts, I remember that which Amalek did to Yisrael, how he laid wait for him in the way, when he came up from Mizraim. Now go and smite Amalek, and utterly destroy all that they had, and spare them not, but slay both man and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass. And Saul gathered the people together and numbered them, and tell them 200,000 footmen and 10,000 men of Judah. And Saul came to the city of Amalek and laid wait in the valley. And Saul said unto Kenites, go depart, get you down from amongst the Amalekites, lest I destroy you with them. For ye shew kindness to all the children of Yisrael when they came up out of Mizraim. So the Kenites departed from among the Amalekites. And Saul smote the Amalekites from Haalah until thou comest to Shur, that is over against Mizraim. And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive, and utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword. But Saul and the people spared Agag, and the best of the sheep, and of the ox, and of the fatling, and of the lamb, and all that was good, and would not utterly destroy them. But everything that was vile and refused they destroyed utterly. Then came the word of Elohim unto Samuel, saying, It repenteth me that I have set up Saul to be king. For he is turned back from following me, and have not performed my commandments. And it grieved Samuel, and he cried unto Elohim all night. Think about it, the prophet cried to Elohim all night. And when Samuel rose early to meet Saul in the morning, it was told Samuel, saying, Saul came to Carmel, and behold, he set him up at a place, and is gone about, and to pass on, and gone down to Gilgal. And Samuel came to Saul, and Saul said to him, Blessed be thou, Elohim, I have performed the commandments of Elohim. And Samuel said, What meaneth then this bleating of sheep in my ears, and lowing of the ox which I hear? Now, and Saul said, They have brought them from Amalek, the Amalekites, from the people spared, the best of the sheep and of the oxen, to sacrifice to Elohim thy Yah. And the rest we have utterly destroyed. Then Samuel said to Saul, Stay, and I will tell thee what Elohim has said unto me this night. And he said unto him, Say on. And Samuel said, When thou wast little in thy own sight, was thou not made the head of the tribe of Yisrael, and the Elohim anointed thee king over Yisrael? And Elohim sent thee on a journey, and said, Go and utterly destroy the sinners of the Amalekites, and fight against them until they be consumed. Wherefore then did thou not obey the voice of Elohim, but didst fly upon the spoils, and didst evil in the sight of Elohim? And Saul said unto Samuel, Yea, I have obeyed the voice of Elohim, and have gone the way which Elohim sent me, and have brought Agag the king of Amalek, and have utterly destroyed the Amalekites. But the people took of the spoil, sheep and ox, and chief of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice unto Elohim thy Yah in Gilgal. And Samuel said, Elohim has great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifice, as I obey, as in obeying the voice of Elohim? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than a fat of ram. For rebellion is as sin of witchcraft, and stubborn is as iniquity and adultery. Because thou hast rejected the word of Elohim, and have also rejected, and he had also rejected thee for being king. Verse 23. For rebellion is as sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and adultery.